this tarot reading, I've decided to connect with the energy of the Burning Man festival that is currently going on right now. And I believe that the 2024 effigy will be burned in about 3 days from the time of this recording. So the festival is currently going on right now. And the reason I wanted to do a reading regarding the Burning Man festival and the spiritual intentions of the festival is because I do find some strange coincidences when it comes to like dark and negative energy that is kind of mixing with this festival. And those kind of dark negative energies are, I believe, possibly more than just coincidences taking place. Burning Man is a week-long, large-scale desert event focused on community, art, self-expression, and self-reliance, held annually in the western United States. This big festival takes place in the Black Rock Desert in Nevada. I found it interesting that this event takes place in a place called the Black Rock Desert. But that's a whole nother rabbit hole that we're not going to go down in this video. Remember that whole Balenciaga fiasco that happened in 2022 when the fashion line Balenciaga was canceled because they had a whole marketing campaign that had this theme of child SA. Not only that, they also had like outfits and this whole motif of BDSM in this actual marketing campaign. So fast forward to the Balenciaga fashion show for the spring and summer 2023. And you would see that Balenciaga's fashion show looked like a muddy mess. It was an absolute messy looking spring and summer line. And honestly, in my opinion, in no way really reflects those or the beauty and art in that actual season. The reason I bring up Balenciaga and their fashion show in the mud is because following that Balenciaga fashion show, later on in 2023, the Burning Man Festival actually had a huge flood, leaving thousands of people stranded in the middle of the desert, literally knees deep in mud. And it was a dangerous place at the time. And I do believe people also died during that Burning Man Festival. And then yesterday, I was on YouTube when I saw a community post from a channel that I watch called Minutes of Horror. And on that community post, he pointed out that tragedy strikes the Burning Man because a woman was found dead on the opening day, which was Sunday. And he pointed out in that community post that Burning Man also had a death in 2023. Burning Man also had a death in 2022 and also in 2019. Now, the only reason there were no deaths in 2020 or 2021 is because there was no Burning Man Festival during those years due to you-know-what. It is true that the whole Balenciaga thing is a whole nother rabbit hole to go down that unfortunately we're not going down today in this video. But I just want to say that I'm the type of person who does not believe in coincidences. So I decided to do a reading on the spiritual intentions behind the Burning Man Festival. Another thing that I realized while looking into this Burning Man Festival is that it sounds very similar to a movie from the 1970s called The Wicker Man. I've never seen it, so I just looked it up on Wikipedia. And basically, the plot is all about this police officer who is looking for a missing girl. And it turns out that this missing girl is found on an island that happens to be doing some type of ritual sacrifice. And that's where the Wicker Man name comes in. Because in the end, the person who's being sacrificed at this festival is placed inside of a giant wicker man and placed there with animals and other sacrifices, and then it is set on fire. So the Wicker Man itself is very reminiscent of the Burning Man, which is an effigy that is set ablaze. All of this just makes me wonder, is the Burning Man Festival really just an innocent good time being had by so many people in the middle of Black Rock Desert, and with the burning of an effigy as the pinnacle of the whole week's experience? Or is there a weird secret that's kind of hidden under the surface of the Burning Man Festival, where this effigy is representing some kind of sacrifice? And if so, are the people who seem to die each year at this festival in some way given up as a sacrifice for this Burning Man Festival? So I decided to do this reading to find out the true spiritual intentions behind the Burning Man Festival, according to my tarot and oracle cards, of course. I'm just going to start by pulling 3 cards from the Rider-Waite deck, but first I'm going to shuffle 3 times, cut the deck, and then draw 3 cards. And these 3 cards are going to be tapping into the energy behind the Burning Man Festival, or the true spiritual intentions of this festival. First, we have the Page of Swords. Next, we have the High Priestess. And we have the Six of Swords that came out reversed. All right. With this Page of Swords, I do see this being like, it's almost like a distraction, what we're told about the Burning Man Festival. Because this Page of Swords, his mind isn't quite as still as, let's say, a Knight of Swords, a Queen of Swords, or the King of Swords. This page is a more immature thinker, and you can tell that the wind is blowing within the image as well. So his thoughts are a little bit all over the place, blowing with the wind, right? So I do believe that this is meant to capture the attention of the more, of the youth, right? But then we have the High Priestess here as well. So looking at the spiritual intention behind this Burning Man Festival, there's definitely something hidden in the underworld here, symbolized by the pomegranates back here, which pomegranates are symbols of Persephone, which is the goddess of the underworld. And you see a moon under her feet as well. So with this High Priestess, it is clear to me that the intention behind this festival is of a hidden spiritual nature. Basically, it's more spiritual than it leads anyone to believe. It's a hidden spirituality. And then we have the Six of Swords reversed. So I see this as, it's almost a way, the spiritual intention anyway, behind this festival, behind this High Priestess hidden spirituality energy, is a hope that people won't really move forward in their thinking, move forward past this distraction, right? All right. And I felt drawn to the Halloween Oracle, so I just want to shuffle these. I'm going to shuffle the deck a few times, and then we'll just see what comes out as a message to clarify this spiritual intention behind this Burning Man Festival. All right, here we go. Remember to stay with me until the end of my readings when it all comes together. It all makes more sense in the end. All right, so what's the spiritual intention behind the Burning Man Festival? We need a little clarity regarding the energy. Yeah, okay. So we got cauldron. And this says synergy and healing. And it's a cauldron. So the image is automatically giving me this sense of casting spells. And then it says night song, hidden talents. So I do believe there's definitely some kind of hidden spell work kind of under the surface when it comes to the Burning Man Festival. Not only in the burning of the human effigy at the end of the festival, but the whole festival itself has a little bit of a weird hidden spiritual element like we were already talking about. Because with this being the night song and hidden talents, it's just showing a level of secrecy regarding the true spell work that is taking place through this festival. This gathering of humans, right? Because anytime that you gather a lot of humans together in one place, you're increasing the spiritual energy of that place, but also of whatever is going on or taking place at that place. So the more bodies that you can have attending this festival, the stronger it is when it comes to the spell work that is taking place under the surface or with the intentions of said festival. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let's get a little bit out of this deck here regarding this festival. We got Polar Shift and Outer Space. I'll show them in a minute. Now we have two more. Bloodline and Microchip. Okay. Well, with Polar Shift and Outer Space, I do feel like they're trying to get people out of their element to kind of offer a shift in their thinking, right? And I think that a lot of these people are, with that microchip card, I always see that microchip card as like a form of mind control because a microchip is like implanted, right? And also a microchip when it comes to like, I believe, at least in my thinking, a microchip would like hold information, right? For a computer and things like that. But then we also have bloodline. So it's like there's this very specific group of people who want to almost program humanity in a certain way. Again, almost shifting their reality, their polar shift, right? Bringing them to this unknown place. They don't even know the people attending this festival don't even know it's taking place, really. And the people who, okay, there were 5. All right, so we got trauma, environmental hazard, top secret. These 3 came out first. Well, these all came out at the same time, but these were on top. Environmental hazard, trauma, top secret. So there's definitely more trauma involved. I just heard also in the planning of this event. The planning and in the actual event itself. And then we have war and caregiver as well. So I do feel like there's a little battle between... it's like a war of the mind, if you know what I mean. It's an inner spiritual war. It's the spiritual warfare. And basically, I believe that what this caregiver, along with the war card, is saying as well, is that I do believe that there is a certain level of care taking place when it comes to creating this environmental hazard, top secret trauma. Okay? And with the caregiver next to the war, I'm also just now hearing it's like a way for, It's a nurturing of a battle of the mind. So this event is nurturing a battle that's waging within, spiritually speaking. All right, what else can we know about the spiritual intentions of the Burning Man Festival? I'm going to go to the next one. What else can we know? Oops. That was too many, so let's start again. What else can we know about the Burning Man Festival and the intentions, the spiritual intentions behind this? We got that one that just fell out is wooded area. Again, it's kind of that energy of being hidden. Okay, then we got greed and secret society. So yeah, it's like a hidden greed involved here. And also secret society, I find this very interesting because in looking into what the Burning Man Festival is, I noticed that one of the founders listed is actually, I can't remember what it was called. Maybe I'm pronouncing this wrong, but Cacophony Society or something like that. And it's a branch off of a group called like something else out of San Francisco. I'll put it on the screen if I remember. But basically, it's kind of like a secret society that kind of like causes its own little bit of chaos through pranks and things like that. Anyway, I do see that there is a hidden level of greed, and there's also a level of secrecy when it comes to the people involved in this event, okay? Definitely a level of secrecy involved, especially in the spell work. I feel like if it is a ritual similar to in the Wicker Man movie, then it is more of a pagan ritual that will basically give power to those who are doing it, who are putting it on, right? It'll basically give power to those putting it on. We just got corrupt politician and tunnel and strangulation as well. Okay, so with the tunnel and corrupt politician, strangulation, I do feel like politically speaking, there is kind of a hidden motive as well. All right. And it could be with the strangulation here. I don't know. I feel like it's a way of taking the life from people, but we're talking about the spiritual intention, right? So with strangulation, it's more like taking the words from people, the expression. I have a feeling they're also, in a weird secret way, trying to control the outer expression of the masses through these kind of rituals that are disguised as festivals as well. It's a hidden political component to it all. We got staged and health risk. Okay, so I already kind of had this idea before I even did this reading, but I was reminded when I saw staged with health risk. I do believe that they set the stage, they set up the environment that is ripe for a death to take place. They're like, hey, it's summertime. Let's go to the middle of the desert and let's put on a week-long festival. And in the end, we're going to burn a big effigy. But while they're there, everybody's going to be drinking, partying, and just doing all the things, right? All the unhealthy things. So it's almost like a staged health risk. Because at a festival like this, it's very easy to believe that each year someone would, lose their life at such a festival. Especially being in the middle of the desert. And, in a festival being known for, drug use and that kind of stuff. It's easy peasy to have people, suddenly no longer exist after such a festival. Is there any final messages about this Burning Man Festival? River. Oops. Okay, so we got River. And we got Sold Soul Hiding Out / Retired. I wonder, too, if someone was kind of sold down the river, right? Maybe we all are being through these rituals. But with the Hiding Out Retired card, though, I'm getting this vibe that someone is relocating. Someone involved with this festival is possibly relocating is one message I'm getting, because it's almost like they're hiding out. They're no longer involved in this festival. And it could be that it's because they've realized that they are a soul. I don't know what that means. Put your comments down below what you think it means. What does your intuition tell you? We also got this one just now. So it's definitely seemingly something that is staged again, with the staged health risk, the cauldron and hidden talents. We got bloodline and microchip. This is definitely some kind of level of mind control taking place within this ritual as well. It's a way to get people off balance, out of their normal balanced poles. It's a way to like shift their morals almost, if that makes sense. We got wooded area with greed and secret society, because I feel like the wooded area card was just saying hidden. Same with the tunnel card. There's a lot of cards about things just being hidden, because in the very beginning we did get the high priestess, which I felt was like a very much a hidden spiritual component underlying this whole thing. We got corrupt politician with strangulation, because I do feel like it's a way of making us not understand what it is that we're seeing before us. And in some way, it's the cutting off of the truth as well. I feel like these kind of festivals is like a way to get people more engrossed in the physical and rather than the spiritual in their own lives, right? We got the environmental hazard, trauma, and top secret, because there's definitely a secret going on when it comes to what's taking place here and the environment that they are putting together. They're literally nurturing this spiritual battle that's taking place. They're nurturing that energy. But definitely a hidden level of spell work is involved here. I think that the Burning Man is similar to the Wicker Man movie in this way, that it's almost like a pagan ritual to give energy, power to those who run it, and to possibly, I think there's also a deeper component as well when it comes to the secrets here, because I also feel like it's not only the people who are putting on this festival who are benefiting from the energy that it is creating, if that makes sense. I feel like it goes deep, you know, all the way into politicians. It goes deep. All right, you guys, I think that's pretty much the whole reading right now for the Burning Man Festival. If I ever feel compelled to do it again, we might go a little deeper or ask a different question regarding this in the future. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about this in the comment section down below. What do you think is really going on, spiritually speaking, when it comes to the Burning Man Festival? Is it just all in good fun and art? Or is there something more sinister taking place just under the surface? Thank you guys so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.